Scotty, thank you. And the temperature in this studio is just perfect for your boy Levy here. We're all set. No perspiration tonight. Here's Steve Young, Trent, Dilfer, and Ray Lewis as we talk it over from rather frigid Fox News.
Love this.
Hey, Patriots remain perfect. That's the bottom line. But I am amazed that the injuries don't catch up with them. They lose Danny Amendola now in this game. Rob Gronkowski is a non-factor in the game. And the Patriots still come away with it.
And they figure it out. Championship teams figure it out. You saw the Dallas Cowboys lose their quarterback and fall apart because championship teams didn't respond there.
7 in a row.
Here we have almost half of their passing production lost last week. How do they respond? Defense closes the circle, makes it happen throughout the game. Tom Brady careful, making sure that they don't do anything to lose the football game, so their championship nature, the DNA that's in there, comes out.
You know the defense, right, Ray? I mean, you gotta have something to lean on when you're going through the injury bug. Yeah. You lose almost half your offensive production from receivers and backs. So what do you lean on? This defense was strong. This defense sets the edge. They don't allow big plays. The coverage in the secondary, shutting down Sammy Watkins. This is a championship defense, and I think sometimes it gets lost because we're always enamored with Tom Brady and the offense, right?
You know, I keep going back to this, man. If you watch the Patriots, you know. Look here, too many missed opportunities by the Bills. Right? Let's just say that. But you're talking about a championship team who understands and has a leader like Tom Brady. So anytime you have that formula, you're going to have to come in and win a game. You're not going to look up and win a game. You're not going to drop as many passes as all the flags that they had tonight. But when you talk about the Patriots, it's the fundamentals. I don't care how much you want it over until you get tired of what it looks like.
And in-game adjustments. I think that's the other thing. Early on, Buffalo getting a lot of free runners on Tom Brady. Later in the game, not as much. Go to a quicker passing game in the middle of the football field. Load up their offensive line. Run the ball to LeGarrette Blount. On defense, Shady McCoy's having some success in the first half. Second half, almost done. So their ability in-game to make these changes is remarkable. Buffalo checked the box in one big area. Tom Brady threw under duress 19 times in this game, the most in 10 years. They belted him around.
No question, but that's the, you want to DNA or the anatomy of an upset is to destabilize Tom Brady early and take advantage of it. Put some points on the board. Make the big turnover. Make something happen early because then you can hang around. Tom Brady and the Patriot championship DNA will beat you in the long run if you don't make something happen early.
I'll say this, he was tough over some. He took some shots. 3 or 4 of their big plays they had on offense are versus free rushers, guys right in his chest, and him delivering the ball in the middle of the football field. Not hot routes, letting the rush come, letting the routes develop. Last second gun barrel toughness. That was big time gun barrel.
I know some guys with fiery kicks coming from outside trying to take Tom Brady out, and you could, I don't know if Tom was frustrated at the hits,
but all of that,
you could see that he was destabilized early.
All of that looks great. It looks great. Hit him. But if you want to beat him, frustrate him. Hitting him ain't frustrating. Not if you're still getting the ball out, right? And when you see the science of what guys don't play defensively no more, there's no communication. Communication is gone. If you watch the Buffalo Bills, when they're out there on every blown coverage, there's a lack of communication. Somebody didn't read something. One of the biggest plays, running back come out of the field. One of the biggest plays of the game. If you watch the running back and the cornerback, the linebacker in the corner right here, look at both of them. Mario Williams has to take the running back. It's what we call an in and out combo. In and out means if I'm coming from inside, and this is why Rex is losing his mind. Rex don't get mad if you get beat. If you get beat, guess what? Somebody made a play.
So you're Mario Williams, I'm the back. As you're coming and I'm releasing, you're supposed to peel out.
Absolutely.
That wasn't on the coverage.
No, it couldn't have been on the coverage. He was 20 yards back. So anytime he releases outside, Mario simply comes out, pushes the back, and Rex Ryan draws up the perfect blitz to get a hit on Tom Brady. But it's when players like that take the liberty and do something they don't want to do, and then
that's a lot of pressure to put on a defense that holds the Patriots at home to 20 points.
Yeah.
All right, so that let's just say they did their job. They could have been better, but did their job. And in the end, that Buffalo offense on paper looks real dangerous.
Yeah.
But on the field, not so much.
2 minutes. Yeah, it's debacle.
It was a debacle. Really, the whole game. I don't see.
Sammy Watkins didn't have a catch the whole first half.
I don't see
and whether it was Tyrod or whether it was the offensive coordinator, somebody has to draw up at least 5 plays for a talent like that. And it just bothers me when you see a guy like that doesn't get in the game at all in the first half. I think that has to be a huge issue for Buffalo.
clock management issues at the end.
Well, there was no urgency. There was no confidence. After the first play, they let 20 seconds go off the clock. Yeah, I mean, and I think that speaks to the coaching staff. This is a specialized situation where you need to be working on it every single week. You should have confidence with it. That was embarrassing.
Rex Ryan is addressing the media in Foxborough right now. Let's listen live here on Sports Center.
They proved it again tonight. Difference is they made some big plays. They get a big turnover. They get a touchdown pass. We just got to make a tackle there. So we knew we're a better football team, but we just weren't good enough. We're not quite there. And obviously we got some huge challenges in front of us. We got to play on another short week again on the road, which is 2 out of 3 games. The NFL not doing us any favors. But you know what? It is the way it is. Got a lot of guys banged up. It was tough, to match with them, personnel-wise. But they did a great job. That's a good football team. They deserve to win. And we know right now we just got to find a way to get better. Each man get better. Each coach get better. And when we do, we'll see if it's a different outcome.
Is there any concern Tyrod Taylor is holding his right shoulder throughout the game? Will he be ready for that game?
I have no idea. I hope he's ready.
Is there any initial word on his injury there?
No. I mean, I asked him at the end of the game if, but he goes, no, Coach, I'm ready to go because I was going to go with EJ. But, he said he's ready to go.
Rex, you got more than a dozen, or at least a dozen hits on Brady. Just the difference between what you were able to do tonight versus September as far as pressure.
Well, I think we have a better understanding of each other. I think now I know what this team has, what we're capable of doing, and quite honestly, it's more true to playing Bill's defense, to play our defense, and I think we understand that a little better than maybe week 2.
Rex, do you feel though that this was a game that was right there to be taken? You had them in many situations tonight and just didn't finish it off.
No, but to their credit, they made some big plays. The thing at the end, we're close to catching a touchdown pass. We don't convert, miss the field goal. They get the ball back. They don't have to score, but they did. And to that thing, they make the tackle. We're off the field. Unfortunately, the kid makes a great run. He's able to knock it in the end zone. That would really, really hurt us. And but like I say, to their credit, they made that play.
Rex, you didn't target Watkins or play in the first half. How does that happen?
Yeah, that's a good question. We got to look at it, and obviously, we try to spread the ball around, but those are 2 guys that we need to get the football to.
Coach, was it a case of lost opportunities? You mentioned, LaShawn had the ball in the end zone and got it knocked out. There was another play where Hogan seemed to be open and the ball was underthrown, fumble in the second half. Just, you're so close, and yet it seemed you shot yourselves in the foot.
But like always, I've come up short many times. Being here where you think you got them by the ropes, but at the end of the day, they find ways to win, and that's what championship teams do. And we're not at that level right now, but I can promise you one thing: we're going to work our tails off to get there.
Rex, on the drive for the field goal, and even at the end, it seemed like it was taking a while to get plays in. How much of that was Tyrod's injury? Was that part of it at all?
No, that wasn't it. Was the communication? I'm not real sure.
You had EJ Warman there. Was the thought maybe to bring him in, take us through that thought process?
Yeah, that when I saw what you guys saw with the shoulder and things, I wanted to make sure my kid was okay. And I wasn't going to put him out there if I never felt he was okay. And I wanted to get assurance that he was. But I made sure EJ was ready to go in there.
You might have answered the question then, but the thought is maybe it didn't look like Tyrod could chuck it down the field. Maybe EJ could.
Well, no, I wasn't. He threw a deep pass actually over Sammy's head on that one, so it looked like he had plenty of arm strength there. I wouldn't have put him out there. Certainly we'll make sure he's okay.
What did the refs tell you on the Amendola play? How did they explain it to you?
Same way they explained it to you guys. It was an inadvertent whistle. And then, because I'm like, then it goes to a spot, and then apparently I got to
From Rex Ryan to Tom Brady, live on
There's a lot of
SportsCenter.
things that are kind of in the playbook, so that's one of them. So
To distract him or just to send a message or?
no, just communication on offense. So we use a lot of terms. So
Unusual, though.
we've used a lot of things in the past. We got a lot of unusual terms. I think we run the gamut. So we got to get creative and think of different things. So that one's pretty unique.
Hey, Tom, what'd you see happen on that inadvertent whistle, and how frustrating is that?
Just one of those plays. I don't know really what happened, so I was just kind of rolling, and Danny did a good job kind of springing free. He made a great play. He played great all night, so he was just makes play after play after play for us. So I really don't know what happened, and we were on the sideline, and he sprung free, so that ended up being a good play for us. I wish we could have converted into more points.
What was the call originally? Did they think you were out of bounds?
I don't know.
I think we talked about this a little bit during the week, that you can't just expect everything to move as smoothly and crisply as it had for the first 9 weeks with the changes. Did you expect it to be kind of tough sledding out there tonight?
Yes, I think we did, and but I don't think that's an excuse. I think we can play better, and I think some of the things that we didn't do well have nothing to do with missing some other guys. So we just got to do things better if we want to score more points. And I always talk about just execution, us all being on the same page. And I think there are a lot of plays out there where we didn't necessarily do our job very well. And if you don't do it well, then no one else can really make up for what you're trying to do. So there's a lot of critical plays that we left out on the field against a good defense, and I think they do a good job challenging you because they got good players and they got a good scheme. And if you're not on top of everything, then they make you pay. And there's a lot of plays that were just uncontested. We didn't, really have much of a chance.
2 final questions?
Tom, you got guys going down left and right from the skill position. How difficult is it to get robbed free on some of the routes? You make a great throw late in the game, dropping it in like a bucket, but you're getting to a stage now where it's kind of critical mass for you guys on the outside, and teams are kind of doubling and tripling. Talk about how hard it is getting him open.
Yeah, we lost a lot of guys, and we've lost quite a few guys over the last 3 weeks, so I think we'll just keep fighting and figure out a way to win, and it's good to win against a good defense. Any way you can get these wins, I think it's a positive. So I think just who's ever in there, we got to have confidence in what they're doing, and Gronk obviously have a lot of confidence in him. If 2 guys go on him, then other guys have to really step in and make the plays. And we made some. I think we left some out there, and I think we'll kind of review the film. We're playing against a good team next week. See if we do a little bit better. Yeah, it feels good to win. It's obviously hard to get to this point. Every team goes through different things, and we've kind of withstood a lot, so we'll just keep fighting.
Tom, would you say you're still trying to figure things out, or how to do things without certain players, or was it all just execution tonight?
It was, I think, a lot of execution that we could do better. And we lost Danny during the game, we lost Dobson during the game, and we were down to 2 healthy receivers. So it's you get pretty limited quickly in the things that you can do. And we still, I think, played hard and we fought hard. We just we got to try to review some things and clean some things up and see if we can play better next week. Thank you.
Is this the road to perfection? What would be the Patriots' second 16-0 season? You see the schedule, and Broncos has to be circled. First of all, that's up next. That'll be Sunday night. And this says something about how good the Patriots are on their perfect record. Also says something about the rest of the AFC East. In Week 11, Week 12, next week, if things break the right way, the Patriots could clinch the division already. So that's a statement they're going to see your Brock Osweiler.
And the Osweiler-Brady matchup we've been waiting all year for. We saw the resilience of a championship team tonight. Next week, we're going to see that championship team again. They're going to be challenged. And you look at the rest of the schedule, they can run it's really easy to see them run the table. This is the game that they're going to be circling. They won't say it, but in their minds, this is the one that's going to test us the most.
And I'm excited to see these 2 defenses face off. We've talked about Denver's defense the whole year. I think you start putting New England's defense in one of those upper-tier defensive conversation.
Most sacks in their history.
Yeah,
I think it's on track.
If you talk about anything, you have to talk about Denver's defense against Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Right? Denver, yeah, if you want to be great, this is the next level to greatness, right? In your house. You forget who the quarterback is. The bottom line is they have to play against Brady with a beat-up team. And still, he's still going to make you fundamentally think every play. Yeah.
Have we seen the last Peyton Manning-Tom Brady showdown? Always looked forward to that. It's kind of a shame we'll not see that next Sunday night. Still not saying, not out of the question, the rest of the way. It's been a wild season on Monday Night Football. Tonight we had the inadvertent whistle. No sympathy for New England, however. They remain perfect. More from Foxborough later. Scotty, back to you.
The Postgame Report is brought to you by GMC. We are professional grade.